there, Tatus. How are you guys doing? One of the best holidays is going to be this Friday. July the 4th. I'm so happy. I am looking forward to it. I hope you all have a safe 4th of July. Hold on a second. Let me see. Where is my kick? Okay. So let me just say this. We are not going to completely stay here on YouTube. I will be here and then I'm going to kick. So if uh, um, do I have any mods in here? No, I guess not. Okay, I don't really need it, but I'll just remember. Yeah, I thought she was good too, but she definitely no. Y'all didn't really think that. Y'all just did. Y'all, I don't. I. Let me just say this, and please don't take anything I'm saying personally. When you hear me out, you'll realize why I say what I say. As someone like, we'll get to it. Okay, we'll get to it. We're going to get to it. We'll get to it. Um, but so I'm gonna do part of the stream here, and then the rest is gonna go to Kick and Twitch. But Twitch is not friendly to you guys, so go to Kick. Okay, so right, like so that's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna talk about this here, and then we're gonna go and do the rest of the show over there. Watch her get her butt kicked by Jasmine Jafar. So before we get into this video by somebody else I don't like, but he's not a grifter, okay? It's Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder is not a grifter. I don't like Steven Crowder because he's a closeted homosexual who hates women or have a resentment towards women, not necessarily hate women. He has a resentment towards women. So let's neither here nor there. But my thing is that I really people I am pretty numb to the conservatives, especially the white ones, now saying, "Oh my God, do Candace Owens, I couldn't believe." Ladies, when I tell you that the white guilt is rapid on the right as it is on the left, when I tell you that DEI is high on the right as it is on the left, when I tell you they need their representation and the bigotry of low expectation is rampant on the right as it is on the left, believe me, Candace Owens is the poster child for everything I just said. Everything. White people didn't care that she had a doxing site that also included doxing kids. They didn't care. We need her because she's so articulate and she's black, and I need someone to show my liberal friends that I'm not racist. Candace Owens is not insecure. Let me read this comment. Candace has always seemed to be a little insecure. She seems like she is just interested in being controversial. She doesn't start out as controversial, and it doesn't seem to hold the core. Let me tell you something, and I'm telling you as somebody who hates her guts. Oh, she said insincere. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. I'm so sorry. I misread that. Why insincere? Yeah, she's a grifter. She doesn't mean anything. Four white dudes threatened to take out Candace Owens when she was 18. False. That was not it. They did not threaten to unalive her. That was a lie. By the way, did you know that one of the guys that was they harassed her? Sure. But what happened was Candace Owens was having sex with one of them, and he wouldn't leave his other white girlfriend for her. So therefore, She tried to call him out, and therefore they got mad and they called her number and started harassing her. Not one time did she provided evidence that they said that they was going to unalive her. Tar her, feather her, sure. Unalive her, no. She's not a provocateur. She's a grifter. Hold on. So, here's the deal. Candace was a liberal, a Hillary Clinton supporter. Okay. It's not a provocateur because provocateurs are doing this for theatrics. She believes what she believes. Okay. No, I disagree. I don't believe grifter and provocateur are close to those. I don't believe that. A provocateur just want to provoke. They want to just get someone riled up. Candace Owens don't believe anything except for the doxing. Like she is a liberal to the core and still one. Okay. So there's that. Spitfire, I'm gonna need you to shut up, okay? Just shut up. Like this is what I'm talking about. People literally don't believe that this woman, she literally has always never supported science. What are you talking about? She has always been against science. She does not, when she says she doesn't believe in dinosaurs, she doesn't believe in dinosaurs. Guess what? Most Christians don't believe in dinosaurs either. Holy smokes, dude. She has always been anti-science. This fool believed the world was flat when I showed the video. Here's conservatives. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I showed that video. She said that 5 years ago. 6 years ago. And I'm like, hey, which one of y'all believe the earth is flat? Candace believe the earth. It doesn't matter. She's gonna save the blacks. Anyway, as I was saying, I really don't care. I have lost a lot of respect for a lot of Republicans, a lot of conservatives. Okay. I have lost a lot of respect. Let me explain, because a lot of you don't understand why I hate this woman, because it's personal. Candace Owens, when she was a libtard, when she was supporting Hillary Clinton for president, when she wrote a blog called 360 Degrees, and she wrote an article saying that Trump has a small mushroom penis. That's the reason why he's unhinged. She talked about Trump like a dog. Talked about Trump supporters like a dog. This was during the year 2015 and 2016. She was against Trump and she voted for Hillary Clinton. Of course, we all know what happened. Hillary Clinton lost. But before she lost, Candace Owens started a site, a doxing site. Now, there were feminists that were against her, feminists that we don't like. And they got her, it's not GoFundMe, it's a website where you have business ideas and you get it taken down. Okay. And so, Tria, I have to give you credit. You called it from day one in 2017 about Candace, and Mega owes you an apology. I don't want their apology. I don't even respect them, tell you the truth. Thank you, Current News Talk. I really appreciate it, but I don't. If you go to my old channel, you can see how much I'm so angry that Mega and the white Republicans and the black Republicans, maybe a couple of Hispanic Republicans, was just all about diversity and a black Harriet Tubman for the Republican side. Doesn't matter if she tried to get me killed. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if she tried to dox little kids. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that she stole the word Blexit from an actual nonprofit 501c that had the name to actually help develop black faith. That doesn't matter. They needed somebody to show black and white people on the left that they're not racist. And that's who they picked. No matter how bad Candace is and was, they didn't care. They looked away. So I forgot what the website was called, but I got a whole documentation of all of this. Oh, by the way, Zachary Clark, thank you so much for joining as a silver level. Thank you so much. I appreciate you joining the membership site. And Sophia Prince, thank you so much for $5. You are also a member. Just showing you some love. Thank you so much for showing love. Okay. You are after your $10,000 pay for trashing Candace stream. You are not the problem until she decided to disagree on principle. Okay, so I'm going to ban you because I've been against Candace since 2017. So you don't know what the hell you're talking about. As a matter of fact, I was the first and only conservative during 2017 who was against Candace. Am I lying? That shizzle was there. Sites was definitely there. Press 1 if you were there when I first did my exposed video on Candace Owens and that doxing site called Social Autopsy. Press 1. Press 1 if you were there. Because we're going to need some witnesses here. I have people who were with me since 2016 who are still with me to this day, who can tell you my ongoing fight against Candace Owens. Look at all those ones. So I'm not even going to argue with you guys. If you guys want trying to say I'm just now exposing Candace because of what, I don't even know what money you're talking about. I'm just going to ban you. I'm not even going to argue with you. I don't have to argue. I have videos that are still alive to this day from the time I exposed her. As a matter of fact, if you go to the playlist on this channel, those of you who are listening to me right now, just go to the playlist section of this channel and you'll see Candace Owens exposed. And you'll see 2 videos that are at the top of that list. There's about 9 of them, but the first 2 are of Candace Owens putting my life in danger, and she doesn't care. And neither do the Republicans, because she is what they need in order to be cool with their liberal white friends and to show how they're not racist. All right? It doesn't matter if you're not articulate enough, Tree, which is fine. I'm not. I agree. Okay. I didn't have a good upbringing, unlike Candace. Okay. Her grandparents were living in a very affluent neighborhood. Sorry I grew up in the ghetto in Anacostia, D.C. Sorry about that. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry I grew up in the ghetto. So, and so she had the site taken down by these feminists who realized that site was dangerous because not only was it advocating for people to be doxxed if they said something wrong. By the way, this was an open source doxing site, meaning anybody and everybody can submit. If they knew your entire background, they can give that information to this doxing site. And it was hold on. I know his name. Oh my God, because I'm subscribed to him. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What is his name? I'm gonna tell you how I found out about Candace, and I found out about this doxing site. Oh no, what is his name? Oh my God. Oh, here we go. Harmful Opinions. Harmful Opinions. I love him in his show. So I watched Harmful Opinions, and Harmful Opinions, like, the stupid conservative, have now taken the bait of Candace Owens, who's going by the name Red Pill Black. They have no idea what they're doing. They have no idea what they're in store for, because the doxing site that was shut down by the feminists on the left is now being spearheaded by Republicans, and they're now paying for that doxing site to be launched. Social Autopsy has been now under the Republicans, and they are okay. So I want you to understand that Republicans are just as okay with doxing as the liberals. Please stop thinking that our side is the morally high ground side. We're not. We're not. Everything that the left have, we have it over here too. White guilt, doxing, bigotry of low expectation, racism, all of that stuff. All of that is rampant on the right. And it wasn't, now I'm thankful for Candace to showing me this, because had it not been for what she did to me and how Republicans of all races did like this, I would not have really seen it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm on a fucked up side too. So I made a video. I said, hey, I know you guys are looking for your Harriet damn Tubman. I know you looking for the female JFK or Martin Luther King for the right, but this woman is evil. She has a doxing site called Social Autopsy, and guess what? Everybody's docs on there and it's going to be released in 2 weeks. No, maybe 3 weeks. 3 weeks, right? Now, those of you who don't know, okay? Those of you who don't know, I was a police officer, and I locked up many people. But I locked up 2 men who took it really, really personally. One was a gang leader, and the other one was a drug lord. Well, I guess you could say drug knight. He was a major drug dealer. And because of my arrest and because of my testimony and because I was very sharp in preserving the evidence that they tried to destroy until backup came, we were able to get a conviction. Both of them serve, one served 23 years, the other one served 25 years. And they made sure to let me know during their sentencing. As a matter of fact, while they were in jail today, their number one goal when they get out is to find me and to kill me if I have kids, to kill my children, to, if I'm married, to kill my husband, to kill my family, just to make my family, I didn't have any family at the time, right? But to make anything that I love, they were going to kill me. Now, I've changed my look. Dreadlocks, okay? But I changed my name, I changed my location, I changed everything I could about myself. Two things I can't change, okay, is my race and my height. I know what y'all about to say. You could put on some bleaching cream. Nah, I wasn't gonna bleach my skin. So my family knew what I did, and they knew I left policing. I had some very close friends here who knew knew about my story. So I had a rivalry with a first cousin. She hates me, I hate her. It is what it is, right? So she told me, Yeah, bitch, I got you now. Ha ha. When that site get launched, guess who going to find you? So I remember, I'll never forget this. I went to Kiwi Farms, and Kiwi Farms found a way to get inside the doxing site, Social Autopsy. And I'm very thankful for Kiwi Farms, right? I know they get a lot of, hate, but I went to the thread, and there they were posting up all the doxes that were put by random people. You understand? Anyone can put your docs on this site, and you could be as young as 9 years old or 8 years old and have your docs on there. And people are like, why are you allowing little children to be on this doxing site? And her reply was, it's best to show them how to be respectful on the internet at a young age than to basically learn when they're adults. That way, when they get older, we don't have to teach them how to be respectful. So after reading how they got into the back door, I followed the instructions and I got inside the website. And guess whose docs? Full docs. Let me tell you something. This website wasn't just a basic doc, your name and your age and your address. Oh no, honey. It had your elementary school, your middle school, your high school, any colleges or universities you went to. It had listed all your social media links, all of them. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. TikTok wasn't around back then, by the way. Even if you were on other spaces like, what was that? Black Planet or something like that. Any place where you were active, it had the link to that. Oh, but wait, there's more. It had your birth name, your legal name, and if you got married, your maiden name and your married name, and who you were. No, it didn't have who you were married to. Sorry. It had your age, it had your addresses, but it also had your work address and the name of your damn job. This was the doxing sites of all doxing sites. I did a video when I found out, and I saw not only did it had all that information on there, but it had pictures that nobody else had, but only my biological family have these pictures. Pictures, I'm like, oh yeah, that did come from my cousin. Oh, did I not mention this? Yeah, I mentioned the school. I did mention school. I said your elementary school, middle school. I mentioned the schools. Okay. So I'm sitting here saying, and my heart sank to my feet. And I went to Candace because Candace had a website. I'm sorry, Candace wasn't known as Candace Owens. She was known as Red Pale Black. That name was given to her by Mike Cernovic. And I tweeted to her, I said, hey, my full docs is on your site. Please, I have 2 men who are out of jail looking to kill me. If they see all of my information plus my pictures, that these are like, this is the reason why y'all want to know why I always have a hat or a bandana. It's because of, still trying, even though one of them is dead and we don't know where the other one is doing, whatever, blah, blah. I don't fear the one that survived at all. Okay. But I asked her, I begged her, I said, take it down. She blocked me. She blocked me. I made a call. Okay. Okay. I made a call to the Republicans. Hey, I know you guys are really looking forward to someone that fits the mold that you're looking for to represent you as a black woman or a black person in general, but this woman is dangerous and she's about to put my life in jeopardy with this doxing site. Did you think they heard me? No, they. Tree, you got to stop attacking our own. Candace is going to be great for mega. I was like, she just called Trump a small dingling mushroom head lunatic last year on her damn blog site. Cornelius Brunis, thank you so much for the $5. Tree, did you see not consider that website could leave her open to a massive lawsuit? They ain't gonna sue her. These are white folks. Gonna sue no damn girl. If they're not gonna if they're not gonna deport Ilhan Omar, they ain't gonna do a damn thing to Candace. Black people are damn kryptonite to white folks on both sides. The bigotry or low expectation. They literally fear other white people. No, it's not that they won't do it because they fear black people. They ain't scared of black people. They fear other white people canceling them. Okay? They don't fear blacks. They fear other white people. Like if they were to literally deport or remove the citizenship with Ilhan Omar, and they can, they will get punished by white liberals. And Lord have mercy, one thing I've learned, and I don't understand this, is the kryptonite to white people is being called racist. Anyway, thank you, Cornelius Brunis, for that. They hate being called racist, honey. They hate being called anything, right? That's like remotely isms or obias. So anyway, long story short, because this is a long story, right? I came after her. And I did the video. I made the video. I also showed how the video worked. I did 2 videos. I did the video announcing that she's gonna launch this site, and I also launched a video showing how the site works, showing what she says, showing that she says that it's okay to dox kids, to teach them at a young age how to be respectful on the internet. I showed that basically that the Republicans are funding this through her Patreon. I also showed that I pleaded out. We are one of the original OGs that don't mean nothing to me anymore, but I'm telling you, the original OGs, as far as blacks is concerned, that was on Trump's side is Shirley. Rest in peace, Shirley. Diamond and Silk. Rest in peace, Diamond. Anthony B. Logan, what's the daggone, Officer Tatum, and me. Oh, I'm missing one more. What's the brother? That's another brother that was also. So there was not that many of us who were on Trump's side in 2006 before he got elected. It was not that many of us. It was like 5 of us, right? Oh, the doctor of common sense. Oh my God, thank you, Lion Blues. How did I forget my brother, Doctor of Common Sense? Oh my God, how did I forget him? Woo! How did I get? Sorry, Dr. Common Sense was also one of the OG blacks that was on his side. So I want you to understand why this is important for me to bring up. The reason why this was so important for me to bring up was because we caught a lot of hell from everybody. It wasn't cool to support Donald Trump in 2016 as the next president as a black person. It wasn't. Once he won, I could get a red hat, mega. I can sit up here and talk about, the Democrats are the ones that basically founded the KKK. They were the ones that basically were supporting segregation. Like all the talking points, it was safe then, but it wasn't safe during 2016. So Trump won, Hillary lost, Candace Owens went underground. She did a fake ass TED talk, pretending like she's talking to her audience. I exposed that, really. And then she came out after having a meeting with Mike Cernovich. I want to say the BITCH, Mike Cernovich, and she came out as red pill black. And white people snorted her up like sweet, sweet, pure cocaine. And then I needed help because nobody on the right was willing to listen to me to help me get that site down. This was personal. So you know who helped me? the centrists. And guess who else helped me? The liberals. The same liberals that got the site shut down the first time was like, all right, you know what? You are on the wrong side, tree of logic, but we're going to help you shut her down because this is going to affect everybody, just not the stupid Republicans. I said, I don't care. I got to get that site shut down. I am not trying to have my entire life doxxed. And we were successful to the point where Alex Jones even said, you got to shut that site down. And you know what Candace Owens said? I had good intentions. What are the good intentions to a damn doxing site that includes former police officers like myself as well as children? Make that make sense. What are the good intentions? That's like saying Hitler had good intentions for the concentration camps. What? Other blacks, when she got rid of the site, she came out with a real name, Candace Owens. She started being known as Candace Owens. And this is where you had other black Republicans who found out about her begin to join into hatred of her because of what she did to the black community in reference to stealing Blexit away from them and then attacking black people and catering to the talking points on behalf of Republicans so she can be the it girls. And one thing y'all cannot say about Tree of Logic that I have always been on this side. I have always been against romancing the left, black folks on the left to get them on our side. What? Chat, tell them what I've always said. Tell them what I've always said in reference to black Democrats. I'll tell you, keep them Negroes over there. We don't want them over here. I don't want them over here. And you white people don't want them either. You would never, the same black Democrats that you got there over there on Black Lives Matter, you would never allow them to live next to you before you do a white flight. Give me a break. It's like you wouldn't have these people in your neighborhood because I wouldn't live in a neighborhood with these type of people. But I'm saying here, so what is the purpose? I tell you what the purpose. They want to show how they're not racist. We understand that many are not racist, right? We understand that many are not racist, okay? Yes, I'm a raccoon. Thank you for calling me. Here's the thing. I'm a raccoon, but yet still you demon rats are over here chimping out in my chat. I have always been against you people coming over here. I have always been against you people coming over here. Those of you who've been with me since 2016, have I not been the one who said stop trying to bring black people from the Democratic side over here to the right? You have never seen me do that black plantation talk. I have never ever did that black plantation talk. I've never did that. You'll never see me. You check it. Check my old channel. I have never been one of these black Republicans that said we need to save black people from the Democratic plantation. I said, sorry, we have a plantation over here too. If y'all want to call things plantations. I was bitter. I was angry. I was hurt. I don't care now. Like people, and by the way, I thank you guys. I thank you guys for saying, Tree, you was the first to tell us. You were the one who was trying to warn us. You were the one who was basically saying, yo, Candace is a bad person. I'm so sorry. I don't care. Please, I don't give a damn. I know it would be great for me to jump in on the hate train, but who said it? Somebody said it. There we go. Heather said it. You were anti-Candace when it wasn't cool. Not only was I anti-Candace when it wasn't cool, but I was also anti-Candace when you can get blacklisted. See, they don't like you talking against their golden goose, which was Candace Owens, and I got blacklisted. I'm kind of glad I did, because now I don't care about being invited onto this show, that show, which has happened now. I don't care. I'm not interested. I like being low key. Okay. All right. And so this is what I want. This is what I want to say. It's that I don't really care about everybody finally waking up to see what kind of person Candace is. I don't care, because guess what? You're still going to have that ride or die that's like, she's not replaceable. What other black person can we replace her with? Let's just give her love and kindness and patience until she coming to her senses, and then we could basically uphold her again as our representation DEI queen to help the black people leave the Democratic plantation, come over here to the Republicans. So we're gonna listen to Steven Crowder, but I'm gonna say one more thing, and this is I know some white people can't help themselves, but when you criticize Candace Owens, stop saying that you're not racist. Why do y'all do that? Why? I can't tell you how many times I've seen white Republicans literally try to drag, and you suck at it, by the way. I don't know if you're just pulling your punches because she's black, a woman, or both. I don't know. But I have seen you drag a lot of people, but for some reason, Candace Owens, you got mittens on. I'm not racist. I love all people. And like I said, every white person except for one, when they criticize Candace, when they talk bad against Candace, they had to say, listen, it doesn't matter that she's black. It doesn't? Why the F are you bringing it up? If it doesn't matter, why are you saying it? I talk about white people all the damn time. Just talk about black people all the damn time. Now, one time I say, that Killer Camelo, man, I swear he is going to get, he going to get Fleece Johnson in jail, and I'm all for it. Now, I'm not racist, saying it like that. Now, I know that doesn't work because Killer Camelo is black. So let me see. Let's talk about a white person. Oh, let's talk about hold on. I want to get the most controversial white person I could defend. Who's the most controversial white person I could defend? Thank you, Sun Dormant. No, not Blake Lively. No, not Biden. No. Give me somebody else. Nick Fuentes is controversial, but I hate him, and I can't even Shiloh Hendricks. Okay, there we go. Billy, thank you. Shiloh Hendricks is a very controversial person, okay? Shiloh Hendricks. Let's say, for instance, by the way, Team Shiloh. So let's say, for instance, I criticize Shiloh Hendricks, right? And I go, she should watch what's coming out of her mouth. Oh, racist-ish. Now listen, I'm not saying that to be racist. I mean, I would judge her if she was a black woman, okay? I'm just saying, I'm not racist. I respect everybody. It's just that it doesn't matter that she's white. She should never say those words. Don't that sound retarded? Doesn't that sound stupid? Isn't that dumb? I'm not criticizing her because she's white. I'm just saying what she did was wrong. That's what white a lot of white public figures are doing with Candace Owens. Listen, I am actually judging Candace Owens because she's a bad person. I am not racist. I know she's a black woman. Why do you have to remind us? We're not blind. We can see that she's a black woman. Oh, it's called white guilt. Okay. Oh, it's the, oh, I gotta prove to the other white folks on our side and the left that I'm not racist because I'm criticizing a black woman. Y'all are doomed as a race, because it's like y'all take 5 steps forward and 10 steps back. What in the world? What in the world? When it comes to children, you should bite your tongue. I disagree. Shiloh Hendrix did nothing wrong. Boom! Headshot! And again, if you're black and you got a problem with what I'm saying, why are you here? I have never, ever been secretive about my beliefs. I have never been in the closet how I feel about the community. If it was up to me and there was a such thing as an N-word pass, I give every white person one, okay? I think it's stupid that a race of people can't say something because other race of people are so thin-skinned that they would just get unhinged if they hear the word. They ain't gonna get unhinged. They ain't gonna get unhinged. Okay? Girl, if somebody would have called my kid a name like that, they would have been under the playground. Not if it was a black person, honey. Let me tell you something. Y'all, girl, Mega, Tamara, I love you, but girl, stop playing. Stop cosplaying on the internet, honey. Cause you know damn well if a group of black will come up and call your white kid, and they do it with no provocation whatsoever, call him a sun dodging snow roach Jacobian demon, you ain't gonna do shit. And if you do, you're gonna get your ass beat. Y'all stop acting like y'all big and bad on the internet. Come on now. There are so many damn videos of the knockout game. Y'all not gonna fool me. You fool yourself, but you ain't gonna fool me. When I see white women hit back after getting hit by some big Tyrone, then you'll convince me. Other than that, y'all just cosplaying on the internet. Do this, doing that. You ain't gonna do shit. Okay? Y'all like give me a damn break. Y'all children are not innocent. Like Half-Breed saying. Like, please, your children have heard worse from your own mouth. Not all of y'all. But your children have heard worse. They've been called worse. Do you know I literally saw on, y'all know how what is it's called Monkey, yeah? It's called, there's an app called, I do believe the app called Monkey. And there is a legit neo-Nazi who's on Monkey. And black children, Hispanic children, and I do believe one Vietnamese, born and raised in America, child came across this popular neo-Nazi. I didn't even know he exists. I didn't know anything about him. They came across this neo-Nazi, and this neo-Nazi called them all kind of racial epithets. Racial epithets that will make Shiloh Hendrix go, damn, that was good. Let me see if I can take some notes here. You know, with those children, and emphasis on children. Emphasis on the children. 9, 10. I think the oldest that was on there was 12 years old. You know what they did when he called them racial names? They cheered. It was like they was given a gold It was like they was given a gold medal. He called them N-words. I can't even begin. But go on Twitter, because it's available on Twitter. These are clips that cannot survive YouTube. Go on Twitter and you will see this straight up neo-Nazi verbally will try to, these kids, these black, brown kids, took that as a rites of passage, being called the most horrific names. So y'all stop acting like your children ain't never heard these bad names. You would be surprised that some of them probably think it's based to be called this by a legitimate neo-Nazi. Anyway, y'all kids ain't pure as you think they are, especially if they're going to a public school, especially if they got access to the internet, especially if they play games where they can play games with grown adults. Have y'all ever been to a Call of Duty room lately and heard what's been said over there? Give me a break. Right? Y'all start acting like these kids are just innocent souls. They're not. They have heard worse things, and some of them think it's based. Anyway, as I was saying, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is what I'm talking about. So I don't care about the fact that people are still like coming to terms with Candace Owens. I just want y'all to know I have let it go. I'm not even celebrating because I don't trust white Republicans, because the white guilt on this side is so bad that you will just wait it out. If Candace tomorrow said with tears in her eyes, "I'm so sorry. I don't know what got into me. I was saying all these things because, well, I was going through postpartum depression. Having these children has really messed up my brain, and I don't mean those things, especially to my Jewish brothers and sisters. I love you. I don't mean any of the anti-Semitic things. And guess what? Even though I didn't vote for Trump, and even though I was against him, and I supported Vivek Swami as the president, and when he didn't make the cut and I was still talking against Trump, I just did it because, well, I was afraid. I was so mad that Trump stopped inviting me to the White House after Kanye West chipped out on him in the Oval Office. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me? I realized that the Democrats are and will always be racist, and I will help save the black people from the Democratic plantation. And you know what white people would do? Yay! Candace is back! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! We got her back! We got our girl back! Oh my God! Oh my God! I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Stupid. So anyway, let's look at Steven Crowder's video by yeah, Candace for president. Candace for president. I want to look at Steven Crowder, who is, it looks like it's so painful for him to call out Candace. I'm going to put him on a little high speed, even though he does talk. Okay, I got him. So right now he's talking about how so many of the anti-Semites and pro-Islamists were talking against Trump, talking about how we were going to have a World War III. And what did Tree of Logic say when we were going to war, or when we were bombing Iran? What happened? You know what I said? Oh, you can go look back at the video. I said, I don't agree with what Trump is doing, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what most people do in this situation when they don't understand. What did I say, chat? I'm not going to give you the answers this time. What did I say, chat? Who was here? I said, I'm not going to go against Trump. Instead, I'm going to, what did I say? Let me see if y'all, who was paying attention. No, I said something. Nope, it wasn't stay on code. Popo, you almost there. I wish we were here. I let it ride out. No, I didn't say that. Popo girl almost got it. She just haven't finished the sentence. Okay, y'all just taking too long. I said, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to trust the plan. There you go, Son Dorman. I said, I'm going to trust the plan. That's what I said. I didn't say, Trump's getting us into World War II. Trump lied and said that he was an anti-war president. Trump did that. I didn't talk bad about Trump. I said, I don't agree with what's going on with Iran, but you know what? I'm going to do something that I have yet to do and yet to say. I'm going to trust the plan. And I trust the plan, and it did not let me down. Do something different. Thank you so much for the $10. Hey, Tree, how much? Hey, Tree, much love. And like I've told people before, black women call their kids worse stuff and order strippers for 5 to 12-year-old sons. I'm with Shiloh. Yes, I'm with Shiloh too. I thought people knew that in this chat. Okay. D-Engage Fuel! D-Engage Fuel. Hey, boo-boo, $5. You probably remembered, like me, the Syria bombing and the outcome there. I said that as long as it didn't lead to war, I'll look the other way. Yup. Yeah, we've been through this with Trump before. I would never go against Trump. Like, oh my God, Trump's a warmonger. Trump's a Zionist operating under Israel. All of these crazy people going against Jewish people because they love Muslims and Islam. It's pretty pathetic, in my opinion. So this video starts, as you can see, it moves up to three minutes because that's what the most of the video is about how people did not put faith in Trump and how the Iranian thing turned out to be worked out in our best interest, blah, 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 right? Okay. So I did not go unhinged like Candace, like a lot of liberals, like a lot of so-called conservatives by bashing Trump. Nope. I was like, okay, I'm going to just trust the plan. And guess what happened? So Steven Crowder is going to take it over from here, and then he's going to criticize Candace, and he's going to do the typical white person thing. By the way, I have not seen all of this. As soon as I saw Steven Crowder painfully criticize Candace, that's when I realized white people have a long way to go before they stop. They got a long way to go. Because they are their worst enemy. Black people are their worst enemy too, right? So let's just be clear. But but for you all to just make something so painful for yourselves just because you're criticizing a black woman, give me a damn break.
We were accused of being shills and liars, and I'm going to go through specific people, specific instances, right now as to the information that many of you were presented and you believed. And by the way, listen, if you believe this, it's not. Yeah, you need to take some responsibility, but it's not your fault. It really isn't. If you are trusting people to serve you with accurate information and they're consistently warping it, it's not all your fault, I should say. And in addressing this, what do I expect in return? I expect it to get personal. I expect character assassinations.
And I expect from what I heard, Candace ain't come for his throat, did she? That's what I heard. I heard Candace ain't even come for his throat.
Hit pieces, whatever. I'm going to address the information.
That's very strange, by the way.
That's been presented. False flag, PSYOP, for the Jews, for Israel, use them interchangeably. Let's go through a few examples, because right now we find ourselves at a point where war has been averted, ceasefire, and Donald Trump is in our camp. Just to be clear, too, I can't think of a president more in my camp. What Donald Trump is saying is, you shouldn't have a nuke. I've been clear.
Oh, they already divorced, and she gets a percentage of the earnings because she was there to help. That already happened. So everything worked out in her favor.
About that, Israel, you have a right to exist, but Jews, you are annoying me. And that's where I am. Don't shit test me. It's a good thing. I'm glad he's in that camp. Let's go through the examples. Candace Owens said over and over again that President Trump would send you to die for Israel, for the Jews. I'm reading her actual ex-posts. Get ready, white American men. It's time for you to go die for Israel again. If you don't want to die for Israel, then you are an anti-Semite. Sign up to die in Iran for Netanyahu today, or just admit you hate Jews. Here's another one.
You ain't never, white folks in America ain't never died for no Israel.
They tried to redefine anti-Semitism, criminalize criticism of Israel on college campuses. Not true. Most crucially, seed the idea that the declaration of Christ as our king amounted to hatred against Jews. Also not accurate. All of this was done in preparation for the Greater Israel agenda, regarding which they attempted to emotionally manipulate Americans to accept. The conspiracy theorists were right again. It was always about a planned war with Iran and a doomed, heretical belief that mass slaughter of women and children is messianic. Let me read that again. It was always about a planned war. Where's the planned war?
It's all part of the plan.
Yeah. This wasn't presented as an opinion. This was presented to you as fact. And I had many people going, this is clearly a planned war for Israel. That's clearly what Donald Trump is doing. He's trying to get us in. Is that what you're seeing? If it's not what you're seeing, this was dishonest. Here's another one. Our foreign policy is dictated by Israel. They don't know what
this obsession with Israel. I'm like, do y'all know anybody that's this obsessed over? No, the two countries that people tend to be obsessed with, Russia and Israel. And they don't even like each other. But it's like Russia, Putin, Israel, Bibi. Israel, Netanyahu. Israel, Bibi, Netanyahu. Like, and when I see someone obsessed with countries like this, and it's always in your mouths, I always say, well, hold on. Let me see what's awesome about this country that keeps them in your mouth. Because notice how the Congo don't stay in people's mouths.
Boom, headshot.
Notice how Pakistan don't stay in people's mouths.
Boom, headshot.
Or Afghanistan. All right. I'm like, what? Y'all keep saying these two countries. Let me go look at them. The engaged people, thank you so much. That Greater Israel comment smells a lot like old blood libel to me. How about you treat? Yeah, because I'm like, where the hell? Show me the greater of Israel, the greater of Israel. Show me that on the map. And while you at it, show me where Palestine is too. Oh, you don't see Greater Israel? Is Greater Israel ain't on the map? Neither is Palestine. Okay. All right. Jeez.
Fuck they're doing. That's America's dictated by Israel.
That's part of the plan.
Yeah.
Deception.
Trump will continue to do as he is told by Netanyahu. Don't drop the bombs. Okay, we won't. That sounds to me like one person's in charge. And here's the thing.
Trump was telling them what to do. Like, I know everybody was joking about the daddy stuff, but Trump was being the daddy, actually. Trump was being the daddy, actually. Now, y'all know I criticized Trump, especially when he was flip-flopping between Ukraine and Russia. I was calling his ass out. But right here, I was like, okay, how is Israel the one in charge when basically, one, Israel need us. They can't do nothing without us. I don't understand. We are the big brothers, plural. Without us, they would be destroyed by now. And let's not forget that I do support Trump putting a big old Trump hotel in Gaza.
Boom, headshot.
I don't give a damn what happens down there, okay? I'm just saying.
That's a good thing. Shouldn't we be happy about this, guys? Shouldn't we be happy that Donald Trump at a certain point had enough and said jump, and they said how high? Both sides.
Right.
Trump will continue to do as he is told by Netanyahu. If you want to know what America will do, spare yourself the fake White House press briefings and start listening to Bibi. We are a colony of Israel. Your politicians are bought and paid for. Taking separate components, there are politicians bought and paid for by AIPAC, by the way. I can't stand
but
AIPAC.
there's also politicians that are also paid for by the Muslim Brotherhood. So what? There are CPACs. There are what are these people? What are these places called? Hold on. Sapphire, thank you so much for the $10. Yes, Tree. We should trust the plan. I'm grateful. My birthday is tomorrow at 60. Oh my God! Okay, I gotta sing you happy birthday. Plus years old to be here seeing Trump back in office. I don't understand what Candace is going through. Doesn't seem good. We don't care. The hell with that bitch. But let me sing you your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sapphire, tomorrow. Y'all give her some cake and cookies and some cupcakes. Happy birthday to you. There are these groups, and the name's escaping me for some reason right now, because I'm not really trying to remember it, that have financial interests in their own agenda, and they will financially pay off certain politicians. They will put money in their election campaign and this, that, and the other. All right. So you have these groups. I don't understand why people think that AIPAC is the only one. Like there are there are dozens of other of groups that have financial interests and want to get into the mind and the pockets of other politicians.
For the same reason that I hate Act Blue. They support Hakeem Jeffries. But combining that and saying that we are a colony of Israel.
Act Blue is one of them too. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there are so many out there.
And spare yourself the fake White House press briefings. Also implications that everything here, everyone who disagrees, was fake. If it seems like I'm being harsh, it's because you were told that the people telling you the truth were fake and the algorithm amplifies it and it made your life worse and it embarrassed you. You get it? By the way, the worst part is you don't even get to celebrate the win. No war. Good, done. No nukes in Iran. Great. America is a colony of Israel. Spare yourself all the other fake information and know that you're going to go die for Israel, which ultimately led to an entire coalition demanding the impeachment of the man you voted for. Candace Owens legitimately told service members that they should seek a dishonorable discharge, which, by the way, wouldn't be a dishonorable discharge. If you look at the way she described it, it would be desertion over a war
that will put your ass in jail.
Boom! Headshot!
And I said, now y'all want to get mad? Oh, the doxing of kids and innocent former police officers is not the line, huh? Telling our service members to desert the military, to literally go AWOL, which will result in a court-martial. This is who y'all, that's the line. That's the line, chat. That's the line. I'm sitting here saying, like, in my opinion, that was not like the most craziest thing she has ever said. But see, the reason why, this is going to blow your mind, okay? All right? This is going to blow your mind. The reason why they're so upset is because there's so many white men deeply in love with that dumbass Candace Owens that they will legitimately do it.
Boom! Headshot!
I'm not lying. That's what the big hoopla is that there are so many cucked white Republicans, white male and female fans, but more men, right? That are so blindly in love with Candace that they will literally pack that stuff and get the hell out of the military with no permission. They will literally go AWOL for her. And that's the reason. If you want to know why they're really upset, it's because dumbass people would literally listen to her and do it. We got sheeps on the right too. Okay. Y'all stop thinking our side is the we are the most logical ones. We ain't trying to turn kids into the T's, all right? There's a lot of stuff we are not doing to children. I do love that about being a Republican is that children are off limits and we do our best to protect the innocence of children. And I also like the fact that we teach children how to shoot. I love that. But other than that, trying to put them on heavy medication like puberty blockers or get things down there cut off and stuff like that. We ain't down with that. We also protect women more on the right than the left. And we got some problems with some anti-women men over here, but for the most part, I think we do a better job at protecting women than the left. And we damn sure do an excellent job at protecting children than the left. So when it comes to each side that has their flaws and have their messed up people, I would still say I am proud to be a registered Republican. I'm proud to be a Republican, a right-winger is that. I'm not a conservative. I'm a right-winger. Okay, conservatives are on my left. I like this side, and I understand that we have a little bit of incel problems that are hopelessly like in love with Candace to the point where they got a Candace body pillow that and they have a shrine to her where they worship her and say, yes, Queen Candace, I will go AWOL for you, Queen. That's what they're really afraid of.
That wasn't happening.
LG19 writes, serious question, will there be jobs or community military members can join when I get a dishonorable discharge for not contributing to delete people or my body for the interest of a certain foreign nation benefit? I love this question. I do believe that if war in Iran is on the agenda, and that appears so, get dishonorably discharged. Who cares? Who cares? Why should you go die?
Try to start a life back here in America being AWOL. First of all, they're going to hunt you down. The military branch that you left are going to hunt you down, and you will be locked up in what is it called? Those of you in the military, what are your jails called? The Brags? What is that? I didn't do military, so okay. I didn't do the brig. Okay, the brigs. Military jail is not a nice place. Okay. Military jail is not a nice place. And this woman is trying to get y'all locked up by going AWOL. Then once you serve your time, you will get a dishonorable discharge. Now, I don't know how that works in today's market. I think you can get a construction job if you got honorably discharged. You can probably work as a janitor. I'm not sure. But you can you can also have your own business. That's something else you can do. But as far as going to any other 9 to 5, that's not going to work.
In a foreign land, you now have the benefit of 2020. You can think about those men and those women who died because they were pitched that they were serving their country because there were weapons of mass destruction, right? They were serving their country because the Taliban, they were serving their country, whatever, and these people gave up their lives. And ask yourselves for what?
Yeah, desert for a war that's not even happening. And here's the thing. Yeah, I get it. X isn't real life. But it turns into real life if people believe it. And some soldiers, I guarantee you, believed it. Some soldiers still fell for it. Some are still falling for it. Like Private who is still AWOL and doesn't know the war is over, anti-Semitic Jim. This guy got the short end. He doesn't.
Hates shoes.
Look.
He's so corny.
People make mistakes. If it was all a mistake, just say it. Serve your audience. Serve the country, Candace. Tucker Carlson. He said that President Trump was complicit in an act of war with
I
Israel.
don't care about Tucker Carlson. So is that? Hold on a second. Is he? So I think that's it. Hold on. I think.
Iraq, there wasn't enough support for the war.
Okay. So he going after everybody. Does he go after Candace again? So that's basically it. Wait. I don't. Y'all know what? Y'all know that when Tucker Carlson interviewed Andrew Tate, I stopped dealing with Tucker Carlson, and I've been anti Tucker Carlson ever since. Okay, Stu Peters. Are we really taking Stu Peters seriously? He going after all of them. Hold on, I'm really interested in his thing with Stu Peterson. Stu Peterson said something, and I was able to shut his ass up. These people are so jealous of Jewish people that they make shit up. Like the Jews are the ones that were the main slave holders, were slave owners. I was like, hold on. There's a lot of JQ lies I'll let you snow demons push out, but the whole thing that the majority of slave owners were Jews, When I said this, when I quote tweeted him, he deleted the tweet. I said, let me show you how these lying ass inbreds like to lie on Jews. And this right here is a common sense lie. You don't even have to research this lie like the other lies. This right here is just regular observance. We all know that slaves took on the last name of their slave masters. Okay? And when you look at the popular names and the common last names of black people, the 5 ones we know to be true: Jackson, Brown, Jefferson, Johnson, and Washington.
Boom! Headshot!
Which one of them damn last names end in Berg or Stein? Not now one of them. To this day, I don't know a black person last name is Lautenberg, Fedenstein. I don't know. No. The only black, I kid you not, the only black I know with a Jewish last name was born Karen Johnson, and that's Whoopi Goldberg. And she wasn't even born with Whoopi Goldberg. She gave herself the last name Whoopi Goldberg. How the hell are you gonna sit up here and put that lie? That's not, like I said, that's not even a lie you gotta research. That's not even a lie you gotta research. Oh yeah, Williams. Hold on, Upward Man. We can go on and on. I just had to talk about the top 5 last names of black folks. Williams, Anderson. Hold on. There's so many. Holy shit. Mitchell. What is the popular Irish one? There's even Trayvon Rowe. Trayvon Rothstein. Instead of George Floyd, George Wittenberg, okay? Give me a break. Give me a break with this dude. Like, seriously, like, oh my God. Like, there's so many lies about Jews. I just I just roll my eyes. But that's just a lie that's just playing with my intelligence. I know black people on the Democratic side don't think that deep, because they really don't think unless you could trigger them to be emotional to loot. But they wouldn't even say something like that. I had to say something like that, and he deleted the tweet. I literally had to put that white boy on blast. I was like, wait a minute. What? Jews were the majority slave owners? What? So, yeah, that was just Stu Peters. And let me just say this. Y'all want to talk about conspiracy theories? They always want to say people are paid by Mossad or the IDF. How many times have Islam, and by the way, I have been approached 2 years ago in reference to how would we like to pay you, and all expense paid to Dubai, to basically understand that Islam has reformed, and we would, and if you agree, we would, make your life very easy in being a spokesperson that has basically done a 180. You ain't gonna get my ass down there to no Dubai and turn me into no damn slave. The hell? What? So everybody want to say, oh, you paid by Mossad, you paid by Israel, you paid by IDF. Well, how many people are literally actually being paid by Islamists? Because I can show you the email. We went back and forth about 4 times, and then I said, hell no. And by the way, you worship a pedophile.
Boom! Headshot!
Block! True. No poor person. I did a video. Hold on. Y'all know that video's on my channel. The video that says slaves did not build this country. That's why I said I don't understand how anybody black can join my channel and not know where I come from and where I stand with the community. When you come to my channel, the video that plays for you, whether you are a member or not, whether you are a subscriber or not of my channel, is the cartoon. I forget the cartoon now. But it's the video that says slaves did not build this country. And I go into the history of how rich white people and some black people owned slaves. Now, when I came out with that video and said, oh, honey, let me tell you something. Lots of black people own slaves. Then they're going to try to revise history to say that, no. It was rich white black people who were buying their own family member. No, hell they didn't. This is a historical fact, and y'all going to have to give me the name. The most brutal slave owner was a black man. Thank you, Tyler. It was my Proud Family video. The most brutal, Anthony Johnson, that's his name. Thank you, Sapphire. Anthony Johnson first owned black slaves and still owned black slaves in Africa. No, what was Anthony Johnson the most brutal one? Maybe it wasn't. I know he was the first. No. Who was the most? Hold on. I'm going to have to fact check this. Hold on a second. Let me fact check myself. Hold on a second. Who was? Oh God. If I use Google, then we'll go. Well, even though he was we'll see. Who was the most brutal black slave owner in U.S. history? Let's do DuckDuckGo, and then we'll do Google. Chat. This is why I hate using these things. Chat, did you see my question? Chat, let me read my question, because some of you don't see it. Let me read my question. My question was, who was the most brutal black slave owner in U.S. history? And they say Thomas Thistlewood, who was known for his extreme cruelty and brutality treatment of enslaved people in Jamaica. All right, let's try Google. Hold on, I want y'all to see what I'm asking. Hold on. Let me move it. Y'all see my question? Here you go. Who was the most brutal black slave owner in U.S. history? So I just want to show y'all what I'm asking, right? And it says, historians have identified cases of black slave owners who were known for their brutality. One such individual cited is William Ellison, according to what is this? Mrs. Essen Institute. While historians have documented cases of black slave owners who were known for their brutality, the focus on individual instances risks overshadowing the systemic nature of white people. Brutality against the black. Hold on. Oh, we gotta do a test here, chat. Okay, hold on a second. Must focus on the individual instances, risk overshadowing the systemic nature of brutality within the institution of slavery. The vast majority of enslaved people in the United States were held in bondage by white enslavers, and inhumane treatment was unfortunately widespread regardless of the slave owner's right. Now, this is white people doing right here. See what I mean? Ain't nobody black doing this. I asked about the most brutal black slave owner in U.S. history, and guess what this damn thing is doing? It's saying, well, this is the name, but don't forget it was white people who did all this enslaving. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I was talking about earlier. Remember I said that white people and their white guilt criticizing Candace Owens, but having to tell you that they're criticizing her because she's a bad person, not because she's black. Passy 001, thank you so much for the $5. I see many people who think Candace and Tucker are paid by Qatar. Do you think they're paid by a foreign government? I don't know. I have to give it some serious thought because I don't like neither one of them. So I have to give some serious thought so that I don't put my bias in there, because I just don't care. They're just bad people. Okay? They're just bad people. And I used to be a Tucker Carlson fan until, like I said, I didn't lose respect for Tucker Carlson when he went against Trump. I lost respect for Tucker Carlson when he tried to whitewash a pimp. When he tried to whitewash a literal rapist. He tried to normalize this man, not once, but twice. Okay? Most AIs is owned by leftists. Blank 00. I need you to be honest. Who is the developer? Now, this is a trick question in a way, if you really think about it. But let me put it another way. Was a black person a developer more likely who created this AI to say this? I just need a yes or no. Was a black person? Did a black person create the AI to do this? I'm on the race. I'm on the race tip. I'm not on no political tip. Not that I know of. Thank you. I'm going to sit up here and say no. I'm going to say no. Okay? Maybe the AI has guilt. Yeah, the AI got guilt that was programmed by a white person, okay? No. You're not wrong. It's just that you're doing what most people on the right do. You deflect, but as if there's no white people on the left. I'm saying it's a white guilt problem. My arguments have not changed. In the beginning of this video, I said every white person I saw on the right criticized Candace. They had to also add to the criticism how they're not racist because they're criticizing Candace. They had to tell us how they would criticize Candace even if she's a white male. And I said, why do you have to tell us that? Because she black? Because if he was criticizing Tommy Lauren, he wouldn't say nothing. He wouldn't say, now I'm not criticizing Tommy Lauren because she white and I'm white. I don't see color. I'm just criticizing Tommy Lauren because she's saying stupid stuff. You know what I mean? No, they're not acting like that. It's called white guilt. You came here late. Sit down, eat your food, and shut up. That's what I can't stand you guys coming to my chat late and then you say stuff that I've already covered. It's white guilt, white guilt, white guilt, white guilt. They are guilty for being white and therefore have to apologize for being white, which is stupid. Ain't no damn selective. It's called white guilt. No, but no other race does this. No black person, no Asian person, especially Asian person. Ain't no Asian person gonna do no shit like this. No Latino, no Hispanic, none of them. Okay? Not even the Indians. And I'm talking about the ones with the dot and the how. Nobody does this for white folks. No other race sit up here and talk about another race and then qualify that criticism by saying, now, I'm not saying that because of their race. I'm not racist. Nobody does that with white people. Nobody. No race does that. Nobody. Okay? So there's that. Anyway. So yeah. But anyway, so getting back to black slave owners, it's like I did a video actually because I did the research. It took me 10 days to do the full research on slavery. Am I okay? Hold on. Okay, there we go. It took a while for me to do something on slavery and talking about what's going on with the history that you all were taught versus us. I don't know what was going on. Maybe it's because it's a ghetto school, but we were taught about black slave owners. We were taught about, rich people, which white people had slaves. And we also was taught how the Italians and the Irish and the Slavics were not considered white. That's what we were taught. We were taught that. And for some reason, they took that out of schools. So there's that. Okay. I'm going to get off of YouTube right now. And we're going to go to strictly Twitch and Kick. So hold on. You guys, okay, there we go. What is going on with my, hold on a second, guys. I gotta refresh the chat because it's not acting right. Okay, there we go. I forgive you, blank 00. So, okay. Sun Dormant, can you put my Kick link in the chat for me? Because we're about to close down YouTube and we're about to see Candace Owens get her ass served to her on a trash can. Thank you so much. Get her ass served to her in a trash can lid. But I can't play that on YouTube. So I want to thank you guys for coming by. Let me go to the screen because I'm about to go here. So we're about to go strictly on Kick, and we're about to go strictly on Kick and Twitch. But I'd suggest you go to Kick, not Twitch, because you can't say what you want to say on. You can't say what you want to say on Twitch. And we about to have some fun over there, uncensored. So guys, thank you so much for coming by. I do want to do a video on Killer Camelo and the black community realizing that he is guilty and he is going to go to jail. I do want to say now that's something I do am passionate about, saying I told you so. I do want to do I told you so on that one. So I might do a I told you so video on that one. Okay, expect that one. Okay, guys, I'm about to shut it down over YouTube. Come over there to Kick. Mwah. I'll see you guys over there. Bye, YouTube. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.